I'm going to show and explain to you how I edited this image and how I achieved a clean final result. And I want you to follow along. So pause this video, go to the description below of this video. You are going to see a link where you can download this raw file. Download it, come back, like this video so that more people can see this video and also learn from this video. Let's get started. Now for this image, I did not use Capture One, I just used Photoshop. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to right click on open with and click on Photoshop. So once this image opens inside of Photoshop, you can see it has already done the adjustment I made, but I'm going to reset it and just do the adjustment again so you can follow along. So I'm going to click here and click on reset to default. So this is the image straight out of camera. Now most people won't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, for you to have a good clean image, your raw file really has to be good. If your raw file is really bad, no amount of edits is going to make your image look good or look clean after you finish editing it. It's rare, so just make sure your raw file is really good if you want to get a clean image after edit. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to increase the exposure of this image. So let me just remove my glass so I can see the colors very well. So basically, I just want to color grade this image. I don't do much of color grading, just follow my step, and this is what I did for this image, like I said earlier. So first of all, I'm going to come to my exposure, increase the exposure a tiny bit. So let's use about 30. Come to the highlights, take down the highlights, open up the shadow a little bit like so. Let's use about 8. All right. Now for me, I'm going to come to the white balance. Let me just add a bit of warmth like this. All right. So see the before and the after. See the before and the after. The before and the after. Basically, that is everything I'll do inside of Camera Raw for this image. From here, I'm just going to open this image inside of Photoshop and I'm going to click on open. Once this image opens inside of Photoshop, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to duplicate my layer by pressing Command J. After duplicating my background layer, I'm just going to clean up this image, remove the blemishes and all. Now I'm going to be doing that with focus separation. So I'm just going to come to my windows, click on action, and click on Teelens focus separation 16 bits because this image is 16 bits. And if you don't have my action yet, I'll leave the link where you can get it for free in the description below of this video as well, so you can follow along. Once I play that action, for my Gaussian blur radius, I'm going to use a radius of 10 for this image. So for the Gaussian blur radius, for a full body image, I usually use between 2 to 4, personal preference. For an image like this, that is not a tight headshot, but is like a headshot, I use between 8 to 15. While for a tight headshot, maybe just the face, I use between maybe 10 to about 25 or 30. So there's no perfect blur radius. You can just play with it and see what works for you. But 10 works for me for this image, so I'm going to be using 10. You can try anyone that works for you. So to remove the blemishes, we successfully separated our textures and our color. Now since we want to be working on the textures, which are the blemishes, we are going to select our high frequency copy right here. Like I said, you can just follow along. Once I select our high frequency texture right here, which contains the blemishes, I'm going to pick my close stamp tool. Once I select my close stamp tool, I'll make sure my brush is on soft round brush. Very important. Make sure you're using a soft round brush, not a hard brush, so that you're not going to have any harsh edges. After that, make sure your mode is on normal. Opacity is set to 100. Flow is set to 100. Align is selected. And current layer is selected as well. If it's your current and below, change it to current layer. Because if it's your current layer or all layer and you try to remove blemishes, you are going to get these patches. So just make sure current layer is selected. Okay. And after that, to remove blemishes, just increase your brush size according to the blemishes you want to remove. Basically, this is important. If you want to remove a big blemishes, use a big brush size. If you want to remove a small blemishes, use a small brush size. Make sure the blemishes you want to remove is equivalent to the brush size you are using. Alright? And to increase and decrease your brush size, just use the square bracket key on your keyboard to increase and decrease. So once I increase my brush size to fill these blemishes, I'm going to hold Option or Alternate Phase in Windows, click on the close by area that is good to sample, and just paint over that blemishes to remove it like that. So see the before and the after, the before and the after, just like that. So click and remove. Make sure you are increasing and decreasing your brush size according to the blemishes you want to remove. And also don't zoom all the way in like this. Alright, just zoom to a decent place where you can actually see the blemishes you are removing and just paint on it to remove it just like that. So basically, I'm just going to be doing this for the whole of this image. Now, take your time to remove blemishes from the image. Okay? If you really want a good result, like remove blemishes is like 60% of the work. If you can take your time to remove blemishes, you're going to have a clean image. That is the truth. So when doing this, make sure you actually take your time to remove blemishes from your image. So sample and paint, sample and paint. Also, you can use any method that works for you. It's not compulsory that you must use this square separation method to remove blemishes. If you prefer to use the spotting brush tool, please use the spotting brush tool. If you prefer to use the healing brush tool, use the healing brush tool. If you prefer to use the close stamp tool, use the close stamp tool. For me, I prefer to use this method and also to use AI to remove it for me, which I'm going to be showing you later in this video, how to use AI to edit your image. Okay, so I'm just going to paint on the blemishes like so. So you can see those marks on the face. I'm just going to leave it because I don't want to remove them. I'm just going to leave those marks like that. All right, you can do the same thing for the body, but I don't think there's any blemishes on the body. So I'm going to leave it like that. All right. Now, after removing the blemishes from my image, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to smooth the skin using the mixer brush tool. To do that, I'm just going to pick my mixer brush tool and also make sure I'm using a soft hand brush. Very important, a soft hand brush. After that, these are my settings. This place right here, where's my brush size? Okay. So for my mixer brush settings, this place right here is on clean brush. Make sure clean brush after each stroke is selected, which is this one right here. After that, my wet is on 30, load is on 20, mix is on 0, flow is on 30. This place right here is on 10, and sample layer is selected. Now my sample layer is always selected. Why? Because I like working on this empty layer right here that says brush here. This is where I like to brush. Now the reason why I like to brush here is I can actually brush here with only the face, create another empty layer, brush this one on the body. So maybe the face is looking too smooth. I can come here, reduce the opacity, or maybe I feel the body is looking too smooth. I can come here, reduce the opacity of the body. I'm going to be showing you that. Also, if I make any mistake, I can actually erase the mistake and start from that particular place instead of deleting the whole square separation, starting all over again. Now, let's start with the face. If I want to brush, I'm going to turn off my high frequency layer like this, zoom in. Right now, you can see we have only the colors. And if you want to brush, please try as much as possible not to use a big brush to brush the whole image. If you want to work on the highlights, reduce your brush size to fit the highlights you want to work on. Alright? If you want to work on the shadow, reduce your brush size to fit the shadow. If you want to work on any small portion, maybe this small highlight right here on the jaw, reduce your brush size to fit that highlight right there. Don't use a big brush to just brush your whole image, and don't use, what's it called, a small brush to brush the image. Like using a small brush for this portion like this, just increase and decrease your brush size according to the part of the image you want to work on. Now, for example, if I want to work on this shadow right here, I'm not going to be using a small brush size like this to just brush around this place like this. No, it's not going to make the image look good. Instead, here's what I'll do. I'll just use a big brush that fits that particular place and just brush like that instead of using small brush. I hope you get the idea. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to pick my mixer brush tool, turn off my high texture so I can see only the color, and just mix the colors. Also, we are not going to be dragging colors around. Please do not drag colors around. When I mean drag colors around, for example, if I click now and just drag this highlights to the shadow, you can see we've just dragged the color of this highlight to the shadow part. You can see the before and the after. So it's not making that place look good. So do not do that. Just brush your highlights separately and your shadows separately. Okay. Now I'm just going to pick my eraser tool. Since this is an empty layer, I can just erase this mistake right here. So that's one reason I like working on an empty layer. Now let's brush. I'm going to pick my mixer brush tool now. I'm going to hide my high texture layer, and it's just going to show me only the colors. So I want to zoom it to a decent point like this and just mix the colors of these parts. Okay. Zoom in a bit, mix this color right here. So you can see how I'm increasing and decreasing my brush size according to the part of the image I'm actually working on. Come here, zoom in, mix the color of this highlight on the cheek. Like so. Zoom out a bit so I can see what I'm doing. And for the transition, I'm going to use a slight bigger brush to just mix the transition between the highlight and the shadow. just like that. So if I just show you before and after, you can see this image is going to be looking a whole lot better. Let's quickly see. Now, see the before and the after. See the before and the after. The before and the after. It's looking a whole lot better right now. So if your face is not smooth enough, you can use the lower barriers, but I think this image is smooth enough for me. So I'm going to continue painting on this image. I'm going to zoom into the highlights on the nose, reduce my brush size, and just paint like this. Now, you're not going to get this at the first try. Even me, I make mistakes sometimes. In fact, I still make mistakes. So just for us to keep trying, do it over time, and we are going to get used to it. All right. So if you don't get it the first time, do not beat yourself up about it. Now with AI, it's actually easy for me to retouch, because even if I don't do my focus separation very well, I can fix it with AI later. But if you don't have the luxury of AI, just take your time when doing this. Okay. But if you can afford AI, please, please and please get AI. AI is going to make your workflow a lot faster and a lot easier. All right, so that's all I'll do for the face. Let's see the before and after. Just take a look. Just take a look at the face. See the before and the after. The before and the after. We still have the texture. Our highlight is still there, and everything is intact. So I'm going to come to the body and just add another new layer under my high texture. Add a new layer, hide it, and just paint on the body with this new empty layer. So I'm going to do the same thing for the body. Paint the highlight separately, the shadow separately, increase and decrease my brush size according to the part of the image I am working on, just like that. Okay, so let's quickly do that. All right, so let's do the before and after. The before and the after. The before and the after. And I think I made a mistake right here. I think I'm brushing highlights to shadows. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come to the face and just push this part right here to fix that. But I feel I brush shadows into highlights. So I feel I brush highlights into shadow. So I'm not going to fix that. I think it should be a whole lot better right now. Okay, now see the before and the after. The before and the after. So much better. Now from what I'm going to do, before I do my eyes and teeth whitening and all that, if you have AI, this is the best time to use AI. You can actually use the AI before you start it or after doing focus separation, depending on how you use it. Sometimes I use it before, sometimes I use it after. For this image, I used it after I did my focus separation. After I did my focus separation, I'm just going to use AI to just enhance it and just make it look a whole lot better and a whole lot smoother. So to do that, I want to create a stamp visible layer by pressing on Command Option Shift D. After that, I'm going to come to Filter and I'm going to come to Retouch for me and I'm going to come to Dodge and Burn. Now, is the AI compulsory? No, the AI is not compulsory. But if you get it, it's going to make your workflow easier and smoother. Sometimes I don't even do focus separation anymore. I'm not going to lie. But I just do it just in case to get a better result, because I like to retouch with AI and manual. That's my workflow. AI and manual. That's what I do. So you can see from here, this is the Dodge and Burn, the before and the after, the before and the after. Just a subtle difference. If I zoom in, just take a look at the eyes right here, the before and the after, the before and the after. It's as if it's not doing anything, but don't worry, we're going to get somewhere. I'm going to click on Apply. Now from here, I'm going to run the Real Blum retouch to just smooth it. See, this under AI is called Real Blum. I'm going to come to my filter, come to Real Blum retouch, like this. And Real Blum retouch will just automatically help me smooth the skin even more and also remove more of the blemishes. So this one, like I said, Real Blum is my best AI for retouching. I'm not even going to lie. I like Real Blum. I like to pair Real Blum and the retouch for me. Retouch for me is good. It's great. Like Evoto, I don't use Evoto for retouching. Retouch for me and Real Blum is what I use for retouching. They are my go-to for retouching. So if I just zoom in now, wow, you can take a look at this image. See the before and the after. No, you can see how smooth it is, but we still have our textures. the before and the after, the before and the after. All right. So it has finished loading. I'm going to click on OK. Wow. So basically, this was our manual edit. It's looking good. It's not looking bad, actually. You can see how good it is. We still have the gestures, but I just use AI to enhance it. So see the before AI and after AI. Before, after. So basically, this is my complete workflow. Now, after that, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do my global dodge and burn. So to do my global dodge and burn, I'm just going to first of all come to my action, click on dodge and burn. After that, I'm going to hide all my retouch layer so I can see where the original shadow I highlight is. I actually learned this from post-messing. So I'm going to hide all my retouching layer. Now I can see where my original highlight and my original shadow is. So I'm going to come to my dodge and burn. Remember, dodge is to brighten, while burn is to darken. So I'll come to my dodge, click on my normal brush tool, make sure I'm using a soft round brush, take my opacity to 0%. So take my flow to 0%. After that, I'll just make sure my foreground color is set to white. If it's on black, it's not going to work because your layer mask is on black. Make sure your foreground color is set to white. Zoom in, just paint on the highlights to the dodge. So basically, I'm just trying to dodge the highlight. So anywhere there's highlight on this image, I'm just going to dodge it. Including these highlights inside the eye, like the catch light, I'm still going to dodge it. The lips, I'm going to dodge the lips. Here, I'm going to dodge here. Then I'll come to the body. I'm going to dodge this part. Also dodge this part. Dodge this part as well. Dodge this part as well. Okay. Now come to the burn. Just burn the eyeshadows like this. Also this what's it called? Eyelashes. Using eyelashes, eyeshadows. Alright, so I'm just going to dodge this part. Dodge this part. Sorry, burn this part. I'm currently burning. Burn this part. Burn this part of the lips just to add depth. Okay. Come to the neck. Burn the neck a little bit. Burn this part. Like so. Okay. Think I'm good. Now, after that, what I'm going to do, let me go show you the before and after I turn on my retouching layers again. Now, see the before and the after. So from here, I'm just going to come to my retouching layer and just turn it on. Now, see the before and the after. The before and the after. I feel the dodge is looking too much, so I'm going to come to the dodge, come to the properties, and just feather it. Please, if you can't find your properties, click on Windows and click on Properties right here. Where is Properties? P. Properties right here, and it's going to show. So if you're a layer mask, come to Windows, click on Properties, and your layer mask properties will show. If you're on the makeup layer, the makeup layer properties will show. But since you want to work on the mask, make sure the mask is selected so you can see the feather. Alright, I want to feather it a little bit. Maybe 70. Alright, so see the before and the after. Then take down the opacity a little bit. Come to the burn. Take down the opacity a little bit as well. Wow. So see the before and the after. For me, I'm just going to whiten the eyes. So I'll come to my action again. Click on eyes and click to whitening. Zoom in and just paint on the eyes. So I take my flow back to 100 and just paint white on the eyes like this. Okay, from here, take down the opacity. Come to the properties, maybe feather it a little bit more. Reduce the opacity even more. So somewhere around here works for me. Now, see the before and the after. Now it's time to color grade this image. Like I said earlier, I don't really do much of color grading because I actually like the colors I'm getting. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to boost it to make it look even more better. That is what I do. This is basically my workflow, honestly. So to color grade this image, I want to create a star visible layer by pressing the Command Option Shift E. After that, come to my filter, come to camera raw filter. Once I come to camera raw filter, I'm just going to scroll all the way down, come to calibration, increase the saturation to about 25 or 30 just to boost the overall color. As you can see, if I take it all the way to 100, you can see what's happening. It's just boosting the colors, especially the reds. You can see, but obviously 100 is too much, so I think about 30 works for me. I come to the blue primary hue. If I move it to this side, it just added that greenish things to the image. So if you like this color, you can actually go for this color. If I move it to this side, it's just going to add that red magenta feel to my skin tone if I want to. If that's the look I'm going for. I think I'm going to take it down to the -6, which is the green side, but +6 rather, which is the green size. Also come to the green primary ray, play with the hue and see what's happening. All right, come to the saturation. I think I'm going to reduce saturation a little bit like this, about 20. Now that's my color grade basically. See the before and after. See the before and the after. The before and the after. Now if I want to boost the colors of the reds, I'm going to come to my HSL, which is my hue, saturation, and luminance. Since I want to boost the color of the reds, I'm going to come to my saturation, come to the reds, and just take it up to boost the colors of the reds. So about 15 works for me. See the before and the after. And finally, I'm going to come to my vibrance and just add vibrance to the overall image, like so. The before and the after, and hit OK. Finally, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sharpen the eyes to make the eyes stand out. And to do that, I'm going to come to my action, click on this unsharpen mask for eyes and lips, click on it, and it's just going to do its thing. All you have to do is pick your normal brush tool, make sure your foreground color is set to white, increase your brush size, and just paint on the eyes to sharpen it, as you can see. Now, I'm not going to be doing this other part because this other part is blurry originally, just this one, like this, maybe the lips as well, and this part of the nose. So, see the before, look at the eyes, see the before and the after. The before and the after. You just add that sharpen to the eyes and just make it look punchy. That's why I like doing this. Now, basically, that is all I did for this image. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to group everything so you can see the before and the after. So, group everything. This is the before and the after. The before and the after. The image is looking good and we still have our textures. So that is my workflow from start to finish. Now, I will advise you get the AI for retouching. You can get the Reblom. Reblom is good. You can get the retouch from me. Retouch from me is good. You can use the Evoto. For other things, I will not recommend Evoto for retouching yet, but they might improve later. But I will not recommend them for retouching yet. Also, if you want to get the best out of it, I recommend you get the retouch from me and the Reblom together. They both work hand in hand to get the best results. And if you want to get anyone, just use the link in the description below of this video. I'm not trying to sell it. If you can afford it, please get it. If you cannot afford it, don't get it. It's optional. But you can see, even without AI, we still got a really good result. If you want it to be more smoother, instead of using a focus separation blur radius of 10, you can use 6, 8, 7, and your image is going to be really smooth like this. But it just takes more time. It's easier to do with AI. That is the only difference. So follow along, do what I did, and also I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay creative.